Yeah, I think that's a bad piece of legislation infringing upon the rights of personal choice rights of women in the state. For me, this is a simple and clear-cut issue. A woman has the right to choose what happens to her own body. Access to abortion services is guaranteed by law. The issue provides clear distinction between Mr. Orr and myself and Victoria. He supports outlawing abortion in every situation, no exceptions. He signed a proclamation declaring Roe v. Wade unconstitutional. Roe v. Wade is a United States Supreme Court decision and the law of the land. He also promised to attain all rights of personhood for the fetus at any stage of development. I've heard Ethan say, abortion is settled law. There's no controversy. This is a settled issue. If this issue were settled, then there would not be legislation regularly introduced across the country narrowing access to abortion services. If this issue were settled, we would not have legislation systematically blocked, even here in Arizona, legislation systematically blocked that's designed to broaden access to abortion services for women who are the victims of rape and incest. This issue is not settled here in Arizona. A woman's right to choose is under attack, and I am proud to defend it.
Well, I think one thing, when we talk about abortion, again, it's very personal to many people. And we need to talk about the women and the children that are affected. People like my mother, who 40 years ago had a very difficult decision to make and chose to have me and gave up quite a bit in order to do so. So when I think about the conversation that we have surrounding abortion, we need to have a different conversation. We need to talk about how we help the young women and young families that are affected by it. How do you provide comprehensive sexual education at the high school level? Because here's the reality. No one in this state wants there to be more abortion. Everyone in this state wants there to be less. Everyone wants to see those women protected and helped. We need to fund prenatal care. We need to fund WIC funding. We need to change the conversation from wedge politics to solutions. Now, we've had some rhetoric. Let's talk about the reality of that bill, 2288. What that bill did, I believe if the abortion clinic is a medical facility like every other medical facility, it should have the same standards as every other medical facility. And so what that bill actually did is it allowed surprise inspections for abortion clinics, just like we do for hospitals and restaurants and every other facility. If you're going to protect people, and if government's job is to protect vulnerable women in those facilities, then we should do everything we can to make sure they are safe and clean, regardless of where you stand on this issue. In fact, the very next day, as a House, all of us, unanimously, both caucuses, voted for an omnibus bill that applied the same standards to agencies that serve people with developmental disabilities. So the same, I would argue, the same protections that we apply to the Beacon Group and to DKA Advocates that serves people with developmental disabilities, those same protections should be there for abortion clinics or hospitals or restaurants. We need to make sure our